Of your lawsuit, I mean, what are you alleging? What are the damages? Who was damaged, so to speak?
Sure. So we represent three plaintiffs. Two of them were actually among the valid electors for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
Okay.
One of them is a voter who feels strongly that these people tried to disenfranchise her and steal the value of her vote by going against the will of the voters. And what we're doing is we're using some old established common law ideas to try to get at this conduct. Fundamentally, the problem is nobody ever thought that someone would try something as audacious as what these fake electors did in these 7 states. So there is no law that says you can't do that, because we don't pass laws that tell people not to do things that nobody would ever imagine someone would do. And that has led to this challenge of saying, no matter who we talk to, when we explain what the fraudulent electors did, everyone says, oh, that can't be right. That can't be legal. That offends my most basic sense of fair play and civic understanding of democracy.
Right.
But there isn't a specific law. So what we've done is we've taken some very old principles from the common law and said that we think that these fit. So one of them is public nuisance, right? Our election system and our democracy is a finely calibrated and somewhat fragile structure that is for the public good. And there is a longstanding idea that if I take private action that harms the public good, someone can try to stop me using a doctrine that says that I'm creating a nuisance to the public for my own benefit, but everyone else's detriment. So we're using that theory. We're using a theory of civil conspiracy, that these 10 electors, and thus far we've also named 2 lawyers who assisted them, and we might need to add more people as we find out who else was involved, right? The January 6th committee recently made quite clear that Senator Johnson seems to be involved, but that these people conspired to break the law. Whether they ultimately did break the law, right? That's sort of the criminal question. But the fact that they were trying to break the law, that they were trying to convince Congress to take these papers, that in itself we think is actionable. And there is a long standing idea, and I apologize for the Latin, but it goes under the name of quo warranto. This is a writ, an order that you could go to for hundreds of years to courts if you were supposed to serve in a public office, but someone else was occupying that office and keeping you out of it. And so we are bringing a claim for such an order on behalf of the actual electors, that these other people have tried to usurp that office. And by saying, we trump fraudulent electors, we're the real electors, they're implicitly saying that the Biden electors are liars and are not the real electors. And so we're also bringing a claim under that.